The new demo for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak has come out recently, and I'm super excited to go back to one of the weapons that means a lot to me, the Switch Axe, one of my mains back in Monster Hunter World, and even a bit in Generations. It's such a fun weapon to play and has some super flashy moves, and if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to click like and subscribe down below to support the channel, and do put in the comments what do you think's better, the Switch Axe or the Charge Blade? And by the way, there's only one correct answer. Jokes aside, the demo is out, so we're very excited to test the new moves and the switch skill swap system. Before the demo came out, we had two moves that were already revealed for the Switch Axe: the two-stage morph/combo switch skill and the elemental burst counter Silkbind attack. I was extremely excited to try these out, especially the counter. However, in the demo it seems we don't have the two-stage morph/combo switch skill, we only have the counter, and while that is a letdown, I'm super excited to try out the elemental burst counter, because I've been saying for so long that the Switch Axe needs a counter or guard of some kind, so having a counter is like my wish come true. The thing is though, when you play the demo and you pick a weapon type, you get a pre-built character that you cannot see the skills or the stats of, meaning we don't know exactly what perks we have when we're playing, and in addition to that, the balance of the demo is probably not the same as the final game, so the damage numbers and even the cooldowns for things could be different in the final game. But all that aside, let's talk about the elemental burst counter. It compresses the switch gauge energy that can then be released as an elemental burst. If the burst is released at the right time as a monster attacks, you'll perform a power finisher and your Switch Axe will go instantly into amped state. It costs 2 wire bugs to do this, but it has a very fast recovery speed, so it's actually not that bad. Once you've activated the move, it will start to rapidly drain your switch gauge. This means you can't just sit in the counter stance for as long as you like. You need to time this move for when it makes sense to use it. Furthermore, because the power finisher puts you into amp state instantly, this is amazing for engaging a fight or using it during the downtime of being in the amped state. All you need is switch gauge and you're good to instantly get your full amp state as long as you can connect it to a monster's attack. What this means is essentially that in the hands of an expert Switch Axe player, it's going to be incredible. Not just because the counter is awesome to have with a fast cooldown and does damage when you connect the counter, but because of the fact that it gives you that full amped state, meaning you can go straight into doing your DPS combos until it ends. I even thought about using Mega Barrel Bombs to attack them with the counter, because theoretically the explosion would trigger the counter and give you an instant amp state, but in my testing it didn't work unfortunately. In addition, activating the elemental burst counter puts you instantly into sword mode, which is quite convenient because after landing the counter, you're now instantly amped and ready to do some damage. To do the counter, you need to activate the skill and then follow up with a right trigger input at the time of the monster's attack. The window for the counter is fairly generous. However, the counter itself is on the secondary input of the right trigger. This means that activating the skill and waiting for the attack leaves you in a stationary vulnerable state. You need to do this preemptively, which means you need to know your monster's attack patterns. You can't just press the button and instantly counter. You have to press it, then enter the counter stance, then press right trigger at the time the monster attacks you to do the actual counter. When you land the counter itself, you do a massive swing around you that does decent damage. However, during this swing, you're not exactly invincible, so if you counter an attack that then gets followed up by another monster attack, you might be left vulnerable and take a hit. Overall, it's a super fun and super satisfying move that I think the Switch Axe was really missing, so I'm super happy with it so far. I can't wait to try it in the full game, but I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments down below. Over on the channel, we have lots of other weapon previews in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak for you to check out, so make sure to subscribe for them and click like down below to show support. I'll leave you guys with some gameplay so you can get a better look at the Switch Axe in Sunbreak.
Well done!